Good evening, everyone. It's so good to see everybody tonight, and thank you so much for joining us this evening for our very first virtual Be Great Spring Benefit. It's been a pretty unsettling, uncertain time, lots of known challenges and lots of unknown challenges, and yet despite this, it's clear that no matter how much is going on in people's lives with their own families, with their own jobs, that there is such deep compassion and a shared concern for others. And I want to thank each of you here with us tonight for that. And I just want to let you know that more than anything else that's happening in the world right now, your generosity is giving me hope. And speaking of hope, Great Lakes Academy's new mascot is the beacon, the lighthouse. It's a symbol of strength, of leadership, of guidance, of resilience. And I have to say, I've never been more proud of our staff and scholars' embodiment of what it means to be a beacon than over the past 2 months. The weekend before schools were closed, nearly every staff member on our team came into our building, despite the unknown challenges, at personal risk, and made sure that they had prepared Great Lakes Academy scholars for what was then only scheduled to be a 2-week closure. Big, thick packets were copied and sent home with families. Care kits of notebooks and pencils and scissors and snacks. Reading books were sent home. And our staff immediately began problem solving around how to provide Chromebooks and online infrastructures to our scholars, because they knew that the vast majority of our families did not have access to online resources at home. Our staff and school community has since provided nearly 200 Chromebooks and over 60 iPads, as well as internet access to Great Lakes families. Our daily remote learning participation has averaged 85% across classrooms each week since we started. And in 6th grade, Ms. Courier has made sure that her Georgia Tech scholars averaged over 97% participation in the last 6 weeks. And this remote learning participation has been possible only because of our instructors and only through their sheer will to ensure that our students are in some small way having their needs met. Our staff is making daily phone calls to check in with each and every scholar and family and ensuring that they are getting the support that they need, whether it be food, mental health support, academic support, or technological support. A quote I read recently by Bill Hybels really resonated with me. Said, "Storms draw something out of us that calm seas don't." And while this pandemic has certainly been an incredible challenge, Great Lakes Academy staff already understood that for our community, it was raining outside. They've already been braving rough seas and fighting every day to ensure that our scholars receive the educational foundation and experiences that they deserve to reach their fullest potential. And they've done so in the face of known storm clouds, such as racism, poverty, underinvestment, inequitable distribution of resources in their community, insufficient medical care, food insecurity, housing insecurity, multi-generational trauma. Less than 11% of low-income students nationally are graduating from a 4-year college. Applied to Great Lakes Academy, that means that only 44 students out of our current 400 would become college graduates. We take those numbers very seriously at our school. They are known challenges and they are very real and very dark. And with some frequency, I might ask our staff, who are the 44 students who should graduate from college and have a full host of life and career options? And who are the 356 who should not? And you might be taking a drink right now thinking, good Lord, she sounds really intense. Does her staff hear things like that from her every day? And the answer is yes. But the answer is also that our staff knows that the storm was already intense, the waves were high. Because our work every day is about people's lives, our students' futures. Our teachers and our staff understand that. The limitations on a young person's options without a high school and college diploma are extreme. Everybody knows that. It's why we all fight so hard for our own children to have that access. So we're already in a storm, only now it's a full Category 4 hurricane. Our scholars, no matter what our efforts, despite all we're doing, are going to be further behind at the end of the school closure. And the reality of our community is that there is less investment, less infrastructure, and broadly speaking, there will be more suffering as a result of this pandemic compared to elsewhere. But beacons don't mind storms. I don't picture lighthouses on calm, sunny days with a rainbow in the background. I picture lighthouses as strong, stone, stable towers rising out of the sea while the sky blackens, storm clouds brew, and huge waves crash against them. They do not sway in the wind. They do not crumble. They do not alter the trajectory of their light. They know that they're more necessary during a storm when ships can't see the way themselves, and so they shine even more brightly and powerfully as a result. Great Lakes Academy staff, Great Lakes Academy scholars are true beacons. They are rays of light and resilience and strength and determination in our current storm. And we're fighting to ensure that each of our scholars can become the brightest, strongest people they're meant to be. People who shine bravely, proudly, illuminating the course for themselves and their communities, no matter the storms they face. And if you're joining our call tonight in the midst of our international storm, then you are truly a beacon as well. You are a fighter. And you believe that all of our children deserve the opportunity to shine their very brightest. And for that, we truly thank you. So let's make tonight about proving what is possible despite strong winds. Let's invest in all of our children together, and we will show how brightly we can shine from the southeast side of Chicago across the whole city, state, and country. Thank you.